all coming together as one. And I am Saint Germain, and I come to be with you at this time, in these special times of great change that is upon you now, change that has been foretold for many eons of time within your many works, your Bible, your Torah, all of the different works that have expressed these changes that are to come and preparing you for these changes. Just as we, those that mentor to you, have been preparing you for these great changes. And you are on the cusp of those changes now. In these next days ahead, you can expect much to be revealed coming forward. Much. As you literally go through a resurrection to move from the democracy that you have now, that those that have been in control have attempted to hold on to, thinking, making you think, making all think that this was what was needed. But a democracy is corruptible, just as it has been corrupted. But you are moving and resurrecting now to a new republic, the republic that was meant for this country, and not only this country, but the entire planet, the world itself, all of the countries of the world coming together as one, people speaking for themselves as one, no longer being controlled by another. For how can you control the God source within you? It is not possible if you are aware that you are that God source. So as a republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That is the creed that was stated by your forefathers, those that came before you, that prepared this nation to lead a world, this nation to light an entire world. That is what it was meant for. But of course, those of the forces of darkness stepped in and put their mark on things to change it, to make it the way they wanted it to be. But no longer can that hold sway. For everything is about to change. And many will call this a miraculous change. Many will not see this coming, as you, those of you that are the awakened ones, the chosen ones, have known for some time that this is coming. These great changes are upon you. It is up to each and every one of you now to be those warriors of light. Many of you will have to step out of your comfort zones. It is destined that you do so when the time is right, when you feel the calling, and not before. If you feel that calling now, yes, respond. If you have already felt it, you have already responded. And for those of you that have not yet felt the calling, it is coming. It is guaranteed that you will hear the calling. You will hear the messages coming to you to now reach out and help a brother, a sister, in whatever way that you feel called to do so. Some of you were there at that time of the signing of the Declaration and the establishment of the Constitution of this nation. Some of you were there with me, either in body or in spirit, and were a part of this great changeover that is coming now. The changeover that was prepared 200 plus years ago and is now being readied once again to find the true and the complete fruition of this and the spreading of the light. One nation spreading light to the world and beyond. A republic by and for and of the people. Your President Trump attempted to show that, to share that with all of you, that it was a return to the people, from the government to the people. And this is what is in the process of happening now. And you are all in a position now where you can observe what you started long ago, many, many lifetimes ago, many thousands of years ago. You started this. You came here to begin this process, to awaken a world, and awaken it you have. I am Saint Germain, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness, and that the violet flame continues to purge out all of the old programming that is no longer needed or necessary within you. Those times have passed. It is time now for the new you to be born from the old. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Om. Greetings to one who serves here. Shoshana is here, and we are ready to continue this program, this process that was started, as Saint Germain has said, long, long ago. And we have been with you throughout this entire time. Not so much as we are now with you, where you can literally hear our voices speaking to you, but we have been there as a whisper, as a guidance, all along the way. And we're so looking forward to the times ahead where we can be more than just a whisper, more than just a voice as this, but literally be there in your presence and be able to share with you and break bread with you and yes, in honor of Saint Germain, even drink some wine with you. Yes, that is all coming, and we're so looking forward to it. We are ready for your questions. If you have them, you can unmute your phones and ask your question.
I have a question. This is Cynthia.
Yes.
This morning I was dreaming, and I heard the phone ring, and I guess the phone rang in my dream, and it immediately snapped me out of kind of the dream state, and I wasn't fully awake. But I was sure that my cell phone was going to ring, like it was a sign that my cell phone was going to ring, which is next to my bed. But that never happened. But I was wondering, could that be any kind of sign that somebody is trying to communicate with me or get a hold of me?
My goodness, dear sister, the calling, it is a calling to you, is it not?
Yes.
The phone ringing, a calling. The doorbell ringing, a calling, you see? And
okay.
It is up to you to answer that call,
okay.
Whether in your dream state or whether in your waking state. But likely it is going to be happening more and more in your awakening state here as we move along here. It is a calling. They are calling to you. Your various guides, your higher God self are all dialing the phone. We're not so much dialing anymore. We're just pushing buttons now. But yes, they're calling you. And more of you are going to be receiving these calls, just as you are ready to receive them. Shoshana, do you have anything you add here?
We are receiving something on this. May we share, dear sister?
Yes, please.
There are two things here. The first thing is that you are wishing to reach out to someone, but you are hesitating. And we feel that you know this, that you are hesitating to reach out, but waiting for them to reach you. So we would suggest that you reach out. That is one. The second thing is that the idea that as one who serves has given the calling, there is someone that wishes for your advice, that wishes for your input, and you have hesitated. So now you must move forward with that. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Are there further questions here?
Hi, One Who Serves. It's Melinda.
Yes?
This past week, Archangel Michael put out a message that it was time for some new energy point activations for key holders. And he mentioned specifically Mount Shasta, area in the Nevada desert, and Lake Tahoe. And so I started out on a trip to go to the desert in Tahoe, because they're about 4 hours away, but I hit a road that was solid ice and I had to turn around. So I can make a trip by flying and renting a car and renting hotels to do this mission, but first